So with the steering out of the way, guess what's next? More steering, and I have a power steering column I got from the junkyard the other day. So we're going to continue and go ahead and try and fit this. All right, where to start with this thing? It's a steering column from a Nissan Versa, power assisted, kind of like what I have a mini rig. First thing I'm going to do, put this ignition in. All I'm doing right now is just trying to simplify this rack as much as I can. Column. Got a spring. Could come in handy. Jesus, just snapped. Alright, so I just gotta get this boy off. Alright, the steering column is now basically as simplified as it possibly can be, which is how I like it, because now I can fit it, it's nice and compact, I can work off of it, I can make my brackets, make it fit to where I need it to fit in the car. Getting rid of all the extra stuff is just a bonus. I need to grab the U-joint off the mini steering column, and I have to cut off the bottom and weld it onto the bottom here. This is not going to fit the steering column, or the steering rack rather. And then I need to do something with this too over here. So I have a boss that'll fit the mini column, but I need to make it fit this one. So I'll probably end up cutting the mini steering column and fitting it to this Nissan column. All right, let's go have a look-see in the car. I gotta kind of figure out where is a good spot for the motor to live, so it's out of the way of like this, mainly the pedal assembly, which is kind of like all up in that area. I'm thinking somewhere right there with the motor behind that bar. I could probably make brackets right off that bar to support this column. All right, I think the motor will fit best on the right side. The accelerator pedal doesn't really have a lot going on. As far as the brake and the clutch, it has a whole bunch of nonsense going on, and that can stay to the left of the steering column. So there should be enough room on this side to fit all that. On the right side, should be good enough to fit the accelerator pedal, and I should be able to work all around that. This is just on my foot. This is going to be up here, obviously, more higher behind there. There's my boss. I already know for a fact it's 48 spline, 19 millimeter, because it's the same as my profile cranks on my BMX bike. Here's a spindle to a crank on my BMX bike. It's not going to slide right in, but I'm telling you, it is the exact same size. They're made to be pressed on. They want a nice tight fit, so on a bicycle your cranks don't slop side to side. And yeah, these are 19 millimeter spindle, 48 spline. Yeah. All right, hold on, I'm gonna prove it to you. This is kind of neat. This is my steering wheel I made a long time ago, and they're cut off bits of profile BMX cranks, the 2 crank arms and the spindle. And it fits right on there like a glove. See my thumb? Yeah. Pretty neat. I'm not using the steering wheel, but it was cool at the time. Alright, I need to cut off this end here and weld it onto this U-joint here. All right, so I basically just need to weld this on this U-joint here. I'm just gonna see if I can drill this out and round this out. Just stick this in there nice and tight, and then just put a bead of weld around it. Yeah, I couldn't drill a hole. I tried, but the steel is just too hard. I couldn't make it like I need to. So I'm just gonna trim off a little bit of this and work with it. All welded up. I shaved it down and it looks pretty good too. So I got the column in with just one mount so far. It's just tacked in. And I can steer it. Which way am I going? Yeah, I want to go back this way. Yeah, not bad. This might not be a good time to be putting this in because I don't know where the seat is exactly going to be. But I'm going to do it anyways because that's just what I do. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it's relatively on a spot. This is the seat I am going to be using for this car. Let me get my homemade steering wheel over here. Right. Actually, it doesn't feel too bad. Maybe I'll just leave it kind of tacked in until I get seats in. I'm gonna make another bracket. There's only one bracket so far on the top right up here. And it's just got 2 tacks. I'll make one other one real quick, just so it's in there. But as far as where I'm gonna be sitting in the car, I feel like I'm centered to where I'm gonna need to be. And the steering wheel kind of feels like it's centered too. And I think it's a good spot. So yeah, I'll leave it right here for now. And then if I gotta move it, the rack or the column over just a little bit side to side when I do the pedal cluster, I will be able to. But right here looks pretty good. Cool. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it so the mini boss will fit on this. I need to convert this to a 19 mil spindle, 48 spline. I think I'm just gonna cut off the old column and just kind of fit to this one and just weld it on. Also, my battery is about to die, but if it dies and I don't get that far, I might just skip right to when it's done. But yeah, basically you gotta cut it, weld it, and fit to this. Make sure it's centered as best I can get it. It's tapered. I'll get it on. The boss is probably gonna stick back a little bit, but who knows? I mean, on mini rig, I was able to cut and shorten this or lengthen it, so I can do that if need be. It's just got these 3 bolts here. 1, 2, 3. This whole shaft pops off. And I can cut the inside and extend it or shallow it, however I want to do it. I got the lathe, so I can make it all pretty much straight and centered. But for now, I'm just gonna fit the boss on this part. All right, so I got the boss cut off the old mini steering column. Now I'm just gonna face it off a little bit, maybe drill the hole a little bit bigger on this side, and slip it over the old boss and the Nissan Versa column and weld it on. The steering column is all set. This was the old boss. I chopped it off and I was able to lay this side down and I sleeved it and I welded it and then I lathed it down again and now this is on. And I pushed it as far forward as I possibly could without hitting the bearings. My hub right here just slides on. Fits on tight. I'll have to bang it on, but that will come through a good 1/2 inch. So this will be down here more. It doesn't follow the bearing or nothing and it's good to go.